We met in junior high school through the band program.
We dated through high school and college, and then got married right out of college and decided to start a family right away. We now have 4 children. We have Nolan, who's 11, Lincoln, who's 9, Gwendolyn, who is 8, and Scotland, who is 3.5. Lincoln and Nolan are pretty typical, healthy overall, and Gwendolyn and Scotland have a disorder called glycogen storage disease type 0. This disorder is marked by periods of low blood sugar when their body is working harder than average. Basically, their liver doesn't store energy the way it should, and so they don't have anything backed up. For both girls now, as a family, we decided to get G-tubes for both of them, which is a tube that goes right into their stomach and has just a little button on the outside, and from that we can hook up a tube that we can administer their treatment, which is actually just Argo cornstarch and protein powder that we mix together, and they get that 3 to 4 times a day. I would say Gwen has been hospitalized maybe 4 or 5 times, and Scotland has probably, in her 3 years, she's probably been admitted closer to 6 or 7 times.
We've seen the hospitalizations come when they get really sick. It could be a simple cold that results in a fever, and we've seen some fevers last, and the fever just really hits her really hard. So, with that, we know we have to just work extra hard to keep her hydrated, and then we get to a point where we realize that the hydration isn't keeping up, and that's when we end up visiting the hospital.
So our first experience with Holiday Heroes was 2 years ago. Scotland was admitted for a viral illness, and we were in there for a little bit, and they had a superhero party, and we had 1 or 2 of our other kids were up there, so they got to decorate superhero capes. You're sitting in the same room with them all day, and when they're there on isolation, you're really literally in the same room all day. They can't leave to go to the playroom and stuff, so to have different organizations come and even just visit your child, so to have a distraction, a fun distraction like a superhero or a craft or an activity to do, it's really huge to, and then for the siblings to be able to do that too
goes a long way.
Yes.
It is exciting, and for the kids, that see all this stuff on TV and the superheroes is just so awesome. For them to see, a real life Batman or a Wonder Woman come in, it just puts life into them, and it's really exciting to see, how they can be so down and just not feeling good. When those visits happen, they just perk up.
There are a lot of global impacts when your child is hospitalized. We received a Target gift card one time, and it was a big deal, but I don't know that the people that gave it to us realized how big of a deal it was at the time. It's silly, a bit like parking. You pay for all of your meals where you maybe would be, cooking them at home, and so there's lots of financial impacts, and there's the time impacts.
One thing that's been helpful with Holiday Heroes in our experience is that Scotland remembers that, so she knows that next time she goes, when you're in the hospital and anticipating staying, that there might be another time when Princess Leia comes through the door, or when she gets to have fun with activities and things like that. So knowing that that's there kind of gives her like a comfort level, and it really helps settle some of the anxiety down from being in the hospital. We just have to thank all the volunteers and the people that have donated and supported Holiday Heroes. Without their support, what the organization has been able to do for us and the impact that they've been able to have on our family just wouldn't be possible.